Hi, hey everybody. Today is Tuesday, March the 6th, 2018. It's 9:01 in the morning, and we are in Boerne, Texas. And you can look right here, and you can hopefully see it says Cibolo Trail. It says Fern Bank Falls, I think it says. But anyway, this is follows the Cibolo Creek. This trail here, you can see we got some prickly pear right there. We got some prickly pear over there. This is the water polo place, and this looks like to be a map. As you can see, we are there, and we're going to follow this thing all the way down up there into the main plaza and then back. So let's see. So I guess it's not near as long as I thought it was, because this whole thing shows it's a half a mile. So if that's the truth, we're probably talking maybe a mile and a half or so each way. It's not too bad. So let's go do this thing, see what we can get. And just like always, I'll show you a little bit of the trail here. So the guys getting ready to do some mowing. Over here is an old outside museum. It's only open on Saturdays for a few hours, but they got a bunch of old farm machinery over there. You can get in there on those grounds on Saturday and take a look at, but like I said, today's Tuesday, so we definitely cannot do that. So got a feeling our trail is going to go here to the left, and then we should be starting on our way.
Right there says museum open 10 to 4 Saturday, February through November.
Ah, there you go. So if you didn't hear that, open 10 to 4 Saturday, February through November, from just 10 to 4. Agricultural heritage is what they're calling that. There's a concrete picnic table underneath that tree over there. A bunch of nice little trees. And you can see some bigger trees over there. Those are nice, but this trail follows what's called the Cibolo Creek, hence the name Cibolo Trail. And, like always, as we get to some interesting things, I'll bring them up and show them to you. So let's get ready to have a good day. All right, so we've been walking just a little bit, not very far. Come across this tree right here. It's pretty interesting, but that ain't the reason why I'm videoing. Obviously, here's still in the trail. As you can see right here, we got us a bridge. So this is our first bridge. I don't know if we're running into any others or not, but this is a bridge that we're running across. You can see it's metal graded stuff that you can see through. And this one, of course, is going through the creek, or over the creek, I should say. So we'll get down here. I'm sure you can hear this water running. Let me get out here to the middle where we can see this better. And there you go. We've got a couple little waterfalls there. Not big, I'll grant you, but they're little waterfalls, and that sound, that helps to break down all that traffic out there, which there is quite a bit.
Look at the bent tree all
Yeah,
the way over.
the crooked tree, but look down here, the tree that goes right across the water.
Wow.
So, interesting. Definitely like the sound. And over here, let's see what we got. Just a little trickle of water, but you still got the water sound of it running, so pretty cool. So this is your first look and our first look at Cibolo Creek. So there you go. We'll get out here with all this traffic, which is, it's always lovely to be around traffic. Yeah, some artwork we're about to run across here. Now let's see, here's some signs. The Herf Ranch. I don't know if you want to read about this or not, but here, I'll show it to you real quick. You can pause it and read all this stuff if you like. See that? And that part. It's ending with a horse. Right there. Okay, then the white feather story here. See that big part there? You can pause all that and read that. And this part. there's her French circa 1880s portrait of Bettina, the community's namesake, and Dr. Hurst's eye operation succeeded. So there you go. Here's the Cibolo Nature Center in City Park. Cypress trees on the creek. So here, different path. And again, you can read all this stuff. And then here's sort of a layout of the thing right here. A jewel in the Upper Cibolo watershed. And then a joy for nature lovers, which we are. So great horned owls among the birds that nest along the creek. That would be cool to see. And there you go. Guadalupe bass. So here's the artwork she was talking about. You see that? That's a bunch of bicycle rims just freely spinning in the wind. So there you go. So this is going to go on out. Okay, now here's Sheep Dip Crossing. You can read this. If you want. It's a newborn lamb.
I think I saw
Postcard of goats.
a wing of an owl back there.
Suffolk sheep. And then over here is the old number 9 trail. All aboard, it says. Hopefully you can pause that and read that. And there's a picture of Uriah Lott. Here's a depot at Boerne around 1900. Here's the depot at Comfort, Texas, circa 1905. And an overview of the trail, the old number 9. And there's a map. So here you go. That says 1890, 1894, 1901, 1905, 1910, 1914, and 1919. Alright, so there you go. And that's where we're going to be heading out, right by the city street. So hang on with me. Alright, straight there in front of you is the Boerne Dam. There's just a little bit of water trickling off of it. Not too much, but there it is. And of course, Cibolo Creek. Pretty wide here. The thing I really want to show you, besides that dam, is show you this sign that's about it. You can see right there. There's something about the first businesses. You can pause and read all this stuff. This is an artist's conception of the William Dieter's grist mill. This is William Dieter's house in 1984. So updated, obviously. Here's the old dam, originally built by William Dieter in 1856. And this was circa 1900. So check that out. And then the new dam, which is what you're looking at a minute ago, is built in the 1910s. And this image is circa 1920, it says. And then here we'll tell you about William Dieter's house here.
Female cardinal right there.
Oh yeah.
She's singing.
Up there in the tree, that's actually a male.
It's not real red though.
Yeah, but it's red. That's a male. So there, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there he just flew. And there he went. So he's gone. But yeah, so that's the Boerne Dam. And you can see we're still up here by the street, but we're going to get off of it just a little bit down here on this trail. And here's a little piece of weird so-called artwork that looks kind of strange to me. It's a stretching person. Left leg up in the air, arms extended around. And yeah, so if you go down this way, this little short sidewalk will lead you right there to the dam. But then, I mean, that's just all you can get is right there. So, you know, get right by the water, I guess. But here, Dancer, 2015 Jerry Daniel of Sanger, Texas, is who made this. Just so you know. So, and you got a nice little red bench here, and down there is a conglomeration of ducks that are blocking the sidewalk. So we may just get ready to run into our first gang in Boerne that we're going to have to maybe deal with. So if you want, I can keep the video rolling because there may be a fight. Look at them flashing their gang signs and stuff.
Look at the hair on that.
Look at this hairdo. Look at this dude. Okay, they look like they're turning away from us, so I think we've got them scared. I think we're on the run. Hey guys, you don't have to go in the water. It's okay. All right, so we won our first fight in Boerne. Not bad, huh? See? And that guy's cheering for us. He's saying, yeah, somebody finally whipped them ducks. Now I can walk by. And right here, this says Boerne, Kendall County, Texas, founded 1852. And here you go, you can read all of this stuff. And I'm sure this ain't getting all of this, but if you want to read all of this part, you can. And then, of course, this down here, the Guadalupe River Heritage Tour, includes the 10-county statutory District of Guadalupe Blanco River Authority. All right, here you go. Cibolo Nature Center is right there. The Cave Without a Name. Here's Boerne, and then there's all these other counties. It goes all the way down to Refugio. The Guadalupe River State Park. Looks like it gets some fall, some nice reflections in the fall. And the Hill Country Mile. Not even sure what that is, but we'll figure that part out. Alright, so that's that. Here's some bathrooms. Alright, so here you can see the trail is splitting, taking us off the sidewalk onto this, where we can go underneath the bridge and get up underneath all this traffic. It's a very busy main street up here. So this is obviously the way we're going. And I'll show this to you. See all these rocks down here. The water. This is actually a very deep creek, so I don't know what it is that's deepest, but it seems to be pretty deep. So it's nice to be able to have a way to get around and past all this traffic without having to be in it and have to wait for it. Two bridges here, as you can see. We get to go under. Nice tree there with a bunch of branches. See the car right up there? And we get to walk underneath of it. Yes, there are. Here's one swimming right at us underneath the bridge. And you see those guys over there hanging out in the sun, sunning themselves. And you see these nice houses along the creek bank up here. That's nice. Here's just a couple more signs.
There's an egret, two of them over there.
Oh. Okay, yeah, there's at least two. Snowy egrets or something over there. But anyhow, this here says Cibolo Creek, the creek of many names. So if you want to read this, just pause it. And then here is winter on Cibolo Creek, 1940s. Obviously it froze over. And seen on Boerne Lake, summer on Cibolo Creek. This one says Cibolo Creek Bridge, 1912. Notice the horse and buggy on the right. Okay, so it's like they were just building it at that point. And then the flash floods, you can read all about these things here. How this goes on down. And then here's a flood damage at Saks, 1964. Okay, then this one says Saks Garage. Construction of the garage in the 1910s. Is that the oldest garage in Boerne? So you can read all this. And then there you go, Dollar, you can't beat a Pontiac. Well, we all know that's not true, but hey. Then there's that. A new business. Here's on Main Street. Horses were replaced by automobiles. So there's your shot one. And pretty much the same shot right there. New uses in old buildings. You can read all that, of course. Pause it. You can see the garage door became entry doors. And then there's the official headlight certificate. And then did you know? There you go. So there's that. So keep walking down here. There's that egret. He's still across the way over there. And it looks like there's another one on the bank of the, right in the water, right there on that edge. And there goes a guy flying across. Look. So that we got his takeoff, his flight, and his landing. So pretty cool. So it looks like some nice houses along through here too. and we'll keep going, and we'll show you some more as we get to them. But I guess quickly before I close down, actually, just notice, look at this tree over here on the ground. There's another bird flying across the water, beating his wings.
We got one of those purple contraptions we saw earlier coming in.
Okay. And then here, one more. Life Along the Creek, Summertime Freedom. So you can read all this. Rowing in a canoe. Just floating the river. Summer afternoon. Here's a couple of gals making sandwiches for a picnic lunch beside Cibolo Creek in 1938. And then picnic along the Cibolo Creek in 1938 as well. So probably some of the same gals right there, I assume.
3 turtles lined up.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see or not, but out there on that little branch in the water, there's 3 turtles there, back to back. And right there's 3 ducks, back to back underneath this tree. Did you see these guys? So 3 turtles, 3 ducks, and then this tree that's just literally growing out of the ground and back into the ground, and pretty wild. All right, let's continue on our way and see what else we can see. Well, oh, I guess I'm supposed to point out that big metal thing. I don't know if that's some fancy weather vane or what that is, but there it is. So I shared that with you. All right, so you can see we've come down this part of the trail, got wrought iron fence on either side, and this down here is an actual wood boardwalk. I believe that we're just about the end of the trail here, because I read on one of those signs that it comes out of a hotel, and I believe that is the hotel. So I think that we're about at the end of the trail, but now that I'm looking, actually I see it's going on down through there. So maybe not. I think we got some more to travel. So scratch that, but still, I wanted to show you the boardwalk anyway. So it's nice, come up this flagstone and back to the concrete. So let's keep going and see what we can see. Oh yeah, prickly pear. Always got a prickly pear. And see, they've even got a few of the orange or the purple things on them. See right there. Right there's one all by itself. Okay, so here we have now come to the official end. Right over here is Peggy's on the green. So that's where this book comes out at. And we'll start back, and here's just a couple of signs. So let's take a quick gander at these. Ye Kindle Inn. There's a picture of it right there. And here you can see why build here. Business expands. Health resort. The sole occupant of Ye Kindle Inn in 1960 was Mrs. W.F. Grennan. And then did you know? Shows a picture of a camel. Ye Kindle Inn, the hotel's final name. Postcard 1935. And there it is in 2009. So apparently this is it. And here's the main plaza. You can see right there the Heart of Boerne. So go ahead and pause all this and read that. The Victorian Pavilion on Main Plaza 1900. The oldest German band not in Germany. You can see is located here, apparently, or was. And here's the Boerne Band of 1902. There's the names of all them good-looking fellows right there. So there you go. Here is the heart of Boerne.
Cibolo Trail.
The Cibolo Trail. You can see, just like on the other end. There says Cibolo, says Trail. Over there is an old carriage. Here also says Heart of Boerne, so the same thing. Oh yeah, and here's just a map. If you remember, we started right there at the city park. So we've walked all along this. And right up here, see, you are here at the main plaza. So, shows you we've done this trail. But again, see, there's a nice carriage over there. Ye Kindle Inn, 128 West Blanco, established in 1859.
Yeah, and that's Peggy's on the Green is a Chef Mark Bohannon restaurant.
Oh, Chef Mark Bohannon restaurant, established 2016. So
Oh, that's cool.
the restaurant ain't old, but the traffic is.
Is that Coke statue? This guy's got?
Yeah. Here, let's check this out before we go across, I guess. See this guy? He's got his night light hear his lantern, and or I guess maybe the woman does. He's got a gun in his hand, and so there they are going through. So this will be the plaza. There's some sort of an old building over there. I don't even know what that is, but we'll have to check that out and see. But this is apparently what they call the plaza right here. So we're going to walk around town, and that'll probably be what I'll be showing you from here on out. So hang on with me and we'll look at some more stuff. There's that gazebo I was pointing out from back down the street just a little piece ago. If you look up in here, you'll see that it has a clock. The time right now is about 10:17 according to that. This, I'm sure, is maybe where that German band used to play at. So that's pretty neat. Here, we'll even walk through it. Just take you here. There's a ceiling you can see. But anyway, see out here they got a little water feature. And here's a couple of statues of kids feeding the ducks. Right there, looks like. So that's pretty neat. And I see we got a sign overseas. Yeah, German music in Boerne, this says. So I'm guessing, like I said, that this is where they used to play at. You can pause all this and read this whole thing if you like. There you go. And so they got a purple bench over there, another one over across the way. So pretty neat, nice little water feature. Yeah, let's keep going. Oh, and here's a purple bench as well. So you can see Boerne Sunrise Rotary. That old building over there. He's got a badge on, so he's a cop. Looks like Wild Bill Hickok. It is. Oh my goodness, look at this. Man, I guessed that just right. Wild Bill Hickok, artist Eric Christensen, Texas Treasure Fine Art Gallery. So, I don't guess they're saying that he was ever here or anything, but check it out. He's got spurs on his boots and everything. So that's old Wild Bill himself. How you doing? Me and Wild Bill in Boerne, Texas. You can talk much, do you? Go ahead, say something to the camera. Hard to be dead? I know. But here he is, just hanging out. Doing good. Me and Bill. Being wild in Boerne. We're cool that way. That's what we are. We are cool that way. How do we do?